The X books. 10 of Swords.
Okay.
We only have 2, which is nice.
Yeah.
As opposed to the usual 3, we're starting with Excalibur, issue 13, part 9 of 22 of 10 of Swords. This is like a fresh new pickup, kind of like we're starting off in Otherworld at the Starlight Citadel. Jamie and Brian Braddock, the original Captain Britain, show up to the Starlight Citadel, and basically they're just like, "Yeah, my sister's here," and Captain Britain is like, "Don't touch me, we're not cool." Saturday.
This art is so cool.
Yeah, RB Silva's on this. Great art. He's the man. He's one of the 2 people who are working on like the Powers and House of X miniseries. It's him and Pepe Larraz, I think his name is. Both great artists. But in any case, Captain Britain is there to find her sword, so she could participate in the tournament. The sword, what was it called? The Starlight Sword, I think it's called.
No, the Sword of Might.
No, Brian has that. Brian Braddock has the Sword of Might.
Oh yeah, they're going. Well, yeah. Saturday Night has the
Starlight. I think
Starlight.
It's yeah, something like that. But but Saturnine is being withholding, to say the least.
Yeah, to say the least.
She's basically like, "Hey, can we have the sword?" And she's like, "No, you cannot, because I'm thirsting for your brother, and no other reason." Which is fucked up, because she's the one who started this whole tournament, and now she's just like actively preventing Krakoans from getting a sword that they need.
Which makes the Sword Space Station incident even more sus, because she's definitely not trying to help them at all.
No, it's literally because
she's trying to get Cable smoked. She's trying to get the whole planet smoked. God damn.
Yeah, she don't care about the Krakoans. She's bitter like that. Basically, this whole issue, Brian's been trying to get Betsy to take the Sword of Might, and she's like, "I don't want the Sword of Might. I had the amulet. I'll just use the amulet." And he's like, I can't use the Sword of Might. All that shit. I don't know why they're fighting, really. It's just...
She's just kind of saying, "You, all right? Well, look, I was gonna save these thoughts towards the end, but I think Brian's kind of just like saying, I'll take my amulet now, and you can have the sword." And that was kind of how it started. Like, she smacked him away, when he tried to hug her, because as he was trying to hug her, he was like, "I brought this sword for you, so you can use this, and I can be Captain Britain again." And she's kind of just like, "Yo, fuck out of here! I got this." I'm not gonna lie. I don't really understand the dynamic between them that much, like, already, just from a comic book history perspective, but I still don't understand what the major conflict is. I mean,
okay, so from what I understand is because there's a little informational page that shows what the Sword of Might is about. Basically, the Captain Britain, you become Captain Britain after you make a choice of some sort. Like, Merlin comes to you, and this happens for every Captain Britain of every universe. Merlin approaches you and is like, "You could either have the amulet or you could have the Sword of Might. And if you pick the sword, you fail the test, and you don't really become Captain Britain. If you take the amulet, then that means you're pure of heart, and you can become Captain Britain. So you can't be Captain Britain as long as you just have the sword. You need the amulet. That's the winning prize, I guess. So that's the dynamic. He's basically just trying to get his powers back, and Betsy is like, "They're mine now." I've had
that's basically what's going on. Like, I'm good. Like, we need your sword. I'll hold this. See, here's the thing. No one maybe I missed it, but they don't really talk about the Starlight Sword yet. She just knows Betsy just knows that there's another sword that needs to be gotten, and her brother already has the Sword of Might. But I have some ideas, and I want to wait until we get to the end of this chapter, because I don't want to spoil anything. Also, before we continue moving forward, I do want to mention, did you see Jamie's cape? Does it look familiar?
Oh, is it the I didn't even
that's Sinister's cape.
That's awesome.
Like, I'm gonna need to see that.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, man, I love that, man. I love these little details.
Yeah, it's a little detailed continuity. It's like, yes, this is a continuing story that flows together. It's really cool. There's also a reference to putting together the Captain Britain corps. Apparently, this is news to me because I'm not very familiar with that side of the Marvel universe, but the Captain Britain Corps pretty much are gone, destroyed. And
by the map makers.
Yeah. So so Saturnine's like, don't worry, we'll get our core. I've seen it. And Betsy's like, no, we have a core. We have alternate reality. She created at some point alternate reality versions of the Excalibur team, who are all Captain.
Yeah. Actually, I think Jamie did. I think Jamie did that in.
Yeah, because he can warp.
Remember when that weird situation happened? Like the missile hit reality. It was
weird. It was when we were in. It was when we weren't paying super close attention to Excalibur.
Well, sure. We'll say that. Well, fair enough.
It's before we knew that it was gonna be a big deal. But apparently.
Barely.
Yeah, but apparently, like, Jamie created alternate universe versions of the Excalibur team in which they are all Captain Britain. So she's like, why don't you just resurrect them and make them the core? And basically, it comes down to they didn't make the choice between the sword and the amulet, so they're technically not Captain Britain by tradition. So, and also, I guess Saturnine's very petty. So, she's just not.
Yeah, that is the key to this issue, is that we come to find out that Saturnine, as you said,
she's just mean.
She's very petty and kind of doesn't really have a clear path of what's going on, unless this is all her plan. But we'll get into that.
Yeah. Speaking of the new Captain Britain Corps, we cut to the night where King Jamie is sleeping in the Starlight Citadel, and the alternate reality versions of the Excalibur team, who are Captain Britain, show up. And they're trying to assassinate him, essentially. After hearing him yell from, like, the outside while she's training, Betsy links up with Brian, and they all rush towards Jamie's room, where he's pretty much got the entire alternate Captain Britain team just held up. She's like, don't worry, I got this. I'm going to kill them right now. And Betsy's like, don't do that. They're still people. They tried to assassinate me. So, he kills the Jubilee one. And that just pisses off the other Captain Britons, and they all just start chasing him. Gambit and the alternate Gambit, Captain Gambit, ends up throwing one of his cards at the scabbard of the Sword of Might, blows it up, and that bestows upon Brian the powers that are within the sword, making him Captain Avalon. Cool design, honestly. I do like this design on him. It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
I guess it's the
way.
Definitely
not lamer than the other one or anything,
Yeah. It could also be just like this. RB Silva is a great artist, but I like that panel. It's pretty cool. So yeah, that's when Saturnine shows up, and everybody just kind of chills. Saturnine's like, "What the fuck is going on here? Who let them out?" And she gets Captain Avalon to take them all to prison and also follow her back to her quarters.
Betsy also gets locked up as well.
Well, first she tries to take her powers away. She's like, you know what? I'm taking the amulet now. Fuck you. I'm like, why didn't you just do that before? Aren't you like the queen of this shit? But
we're gonna get into it.
I guess maybe she just needed a reason, and this is kind of reason she's accusing her of freeing these folks. But she tries to take it, but Betsy's like, basically, if I can't have it, neither can anybody of you. So she destroys the amulet, leaving them no choice. But she's just permanently Captain Britain now. They can't really do anything about it, I guess. They really have to just rely on her and the other Captain Britons. So yeah, everybody is escorted to their prison. Brian is going to go get laid, and we then cut to the prison where Captain Britain's trying to communicate with the other Captain Britons, and she's just like, "Hey, chill, guys, stand by. We're gonna come get you soon. I'll find a way." That's when Jamie also hacks into her telepathic link and tells her to jump out of the window, where he is riding a griffin, and he's like, "Let's go save Brian from getting laid."
Yeah.
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 Meanwhile, back at the Starlight Citadel, things are getting hot and heavy when when Saturnine are basically like, "Wait, before we do this, I gotta give you the Starlight Sword."
Looks really dope.
Yeah, it's like a sword made out of pure light. It weighs 0 grams, but when you wield it, it weighs like 1,724 grams. It's made out of. Nobody knows what it's made of. It looks like it's made of pure light.
It's from that plant that was in the middle of the sun.
Yeah.
Remember? So it weighs 3 pounds when it's when you hold it.
Well, we don't know the metric system here. I thought it was like, whoa, 1,700 grams. I'm like, that's a lot of grams. But she's like, take the sword and be my champion, and also get in these guts. And then Captain Avalon. And also Captain Avalon's like, sure. They start doing the thing. And they leave the Starlight Sword on the ground, which at first I was like, what? But it turns out.
Yeah, she just kind of
drops it like an idiot on the ground. And it turns out that was all part of the plan. Like, Brian was supposed to seduce her into being stupid and dropping the sword. And Betsy was supposed to just like rush in and grab it real fast. She's like, I got the sword, bitch. I win. And I guess, now that that's happened, Saturnine's just like, you assholes. So they leave, and
she says, well played.
Well played. You had my ultimate weakness. You got me whayed. It was pretty good. They return to Krakoa. And Brian and Elizabeth drop their swords into the ground, and now they have 2 more champions ready to go.
2 for 1.
3 remain. This was a fun issue. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
This was a confusing issue.
Why?
So, listen. I want you guys to remember, especially you, Chris, that this is the same person that snapped her fingers and completely stopped the march of the whole entire enemy force.
Yeah, and?
All powerful in her dimension. Opal, Luna, Saturn. Yet, okay. Maybe she's not, what's the word? Omniscient? Like, she can't always see what's going on, especially when she's caught up. She's making out with homie, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what was stopping her from completely getting rid of Betsy just with her abilities alone, or at least freezing her in place and taking the sword and saying, no, you can't have it. I want you to have it. You could go kick rocks. Like, what is going on here?
I guess the rules.
What is her plan? What the fuck is going on?
I think it was just the rules. Like, she's even she's beholden to the rules that she set down. Like, once they get the sword, it's like, all right, you got the sword. I can't do nothing.
Okay, I can take that. I didn't really
That's what
think
I figured.
About it
I mean,
that it does make sense. It's just that it was kind of crazy. But maybe that is the rule. Once they obtain the sword, and that's because, all right, Betsy does talk about the prophecy, right? She says, a hero destined to brandish what the earth hath swallowed, and an echo doomed to yearn for what the stars hath forsworn. I don't even know what that means, just reading it out loud like that. I had to read it in my mind. Jeez, Hickman, we get it. Well, it's actually not even him. Maybe he came up with it.
It's probably him. He came up with the rhyme.
It probably is him, yeah. He probably came up with the call. He didn't write the issue, but you get the point.
Yeah.
Listen, man. I get it. It was about twins, right?
Mm-hmm.
And 2 fucking swords.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
But I still don't understand the plan. I don't. Whatever.
What plan?
We'll see what happens in the next Excalibur.
Yeah.
There's going to be another one, right? Before.
Yeah, there'll be. I mean, there's going to be we'll probably go around the whole cycle because there's 22 issues of this arc, so we'll have to see.
Yeah.
With that, we cut over to X-Men number 10. Oh no, this is issue 13. This is chapter 10. We start in Krakoa. Banshee is on the healing grass thing, chilling. after getting stabbed and shit in Morocco. Apocalypse is still writhing in pain because he just got betrayed super hard, and
his feelings are hurt as well.
Plus,
as
his feelings are hurt
in his chest. Yeah,
so,
got it bad.
So the whole time he's just like, and he's writhing around as people are trying to heal him, and Xavier's just like,
him as well.
Yeah, Xavier's just like, hey, can you augment the healer's powers and make him stronger so he can heal Apocalypse? And the healer's like, it could probably kill him, you know. I'll probably heal him to death. And that's what Beast is like. What are the chances he makes it through? Apocalypse is like, better than yours. Do it. And so they heal his ass, and it works. He just makes it through. He's just like, I'm fine now. So basically,
it's funny. As they heal him, I don't see Beast anywhere in sight. Oh no, there he is on the computer. I thought he got about the room. Like, yeah, all right.
He just got back.
I only needed to hear one threat for me to get. Yeah, right, good, right? You don't really need me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But there goes his pretentious ass on the computers. It's
yeah, he just started playing Overwatch. Just like, if you don't need me, I'll just get on. I gotta. So yeah, it all works out, and then Apocalypse just decides to flash back for a little while. Do we know? I feel like we knew this information, didn't we? I don't know what.
The first part.
Yeah, so it starts off explaining, that about the attack with the demons from Amonth. We get a scene where while they were fighting on Krakoa, at some point, I think we know this information. We're just seeing this play out now.
I think what's new information is that the 100-man army and then the White Sword, who ended up becoming an adversary in Morocco, when the Horsemen, remember when they ran into him, or at least from the story that was told from the Summoner, which could all be lies. So, right? Who knows? But no, I think that's new information. The fact that he knew and he sent them, and that he.
Yeah.
We kind of knew. We kind of knew he. Yeah, he was someone that turned into a bad guy, but was initially fighting for good.
We do get to see Annihilation, the god of Amonth, like I guess the main antagonist of this arc, appears.
Yeah, you know what? It seems like Apocalypse is on Morocco. Like, and I thought he never crossed over. I thought he had to seal the chasm during the war, and then they formed, Morocco.
Yeah, I guess so. So at some, I don't know. Yeah, maybe he crossed over for a minute at some point and then went back. Because what this story is something that we've kind of been told in brief a while back, where it's about how Genesis was invited to go to Amonth by Annihilation, right? That's what it was. We get to see like a little bit of Annihilation's deal. Annihilation is just like a mask, but when you wear it, it takes over your body and you just become the ruler of Morocco, but you're dead. It just body snatches you, essentially. And apparently it just like destroys the body as it takes hold. So that's why it's just always in a box for a minute, and it's like, give me to someone for a hot second, and yeah. So apparently we get a little bit more about Genesis's powers. It looks like she has grass-centric abilities. Like, she's the strongest mutant there. She's even stronger than Apocalypse, apparently, and that's why she decides to go. And she basically just tells Apocalypse, you stay behind, you try to prepare people, and you try to make sure that our people are strong enough for the problem we're going to have down the road. I just looked over. I saw the Apocalypse crying.
First of all, this better be the screenshot for when we talk about X-Men.
Yeah, I mean it will.
Listen.
Yeah, he's
so. I'm not gonna wait till we wrap this up, bro.
Okay.
This your boy Apocalypse been looking real vulnerable out in these streets the past few issues he's been featured in.
He's sweet.
Like you're supposed to be the baddest bad. You know what I'm saying? You are the '90s guy. You feel me?
You're a '90s
Aside
man.
from you know what I'm saying?
I don't think so. I think he's older than the '90s.
Everyone remembers.
No, that was Onslaught, dude. I think Onslaught is the '90s.
Ah, whatever. He was another one, and he'll be around soon.
I think Apocalypse predated the '90s.
'80s also. You know what time it is with the X-Men. They recycle these characters for every 10 years. But listen, the point is, he's bad. He's a bad man. I ain't never seen him looking so sad. First of all, his wife straight up told him, "You're soft. Stay here on Earth.
You're not softer. You're not stronger than me."
Me and the kids are gonna go over there and beat their ass.
You stay here and
you can stay down, stay and hold the crib down. Matter of fact, we gonna hold it. We gonna live here, and you figure it out with these people out here and try to make them strong. We'll be back soon.
Yeah, you live in Softsburg.
Yeah, in Gainesville, fucking horse heads.
I mean, anyway. I will say this. I think it's this is kind of like a little twist on Apocalypse's character, is that this is why he is what he was this entire time. His entire career has been trying to prep the X-Men in a very aggressive way to face the Arakko forces, the Ant-Man forces at some point in their lives.
He's a bully. Bro, he's a bully. He was the softest one out of his whole set. And then they told him to stay on Earth. He went and bullied everybody else. And so, come on, man. He was mad. He was mad for all those years.
I'll show you.
He's mad.
I'm gonna get an angel wing friend, and we're gonna fuck shit up. I'm gonna be a big deal here. You guys have fun in your land of demons. I'll chill here. It's unfair. The issue kind of wraps up with Apocalypse getting out of bed, and is like, I have to go get my sword. And he goes to Egypt to find his sword. He comes across the tombs of his children he thought were dead, I guess. And he destroys them to find the pieces of his sword. And he assembles them to come up with the Scarab sword. And as he leaves, he walks away, cool guys don't look at explosion style. And his boy is like, looks like a sharp blade. It is. Now watch me wield it.
Yeah.
It's a cool line.
I like how he basically destroyed the pyramid, because he said, yeah, this was for my dead kids, but they're alive, so this offends me.
Yeah. So that was the X-Books. Only 2. Very fun. I enjoyed reading them quite
Man, Marauders was trash, but this one was really good.
Marauders?
It made me laugh a lot.
Excalibur.
Exactly.
I like both.
Not even worth remembering.
Nah, dude, RB Silva's art, fantastic. Very fun times with X-Men. Still keep it going. I think next week is gonna be like a one-shot issue, like I guess like a middle ground type of thing.
Stasis.
Yeah, X-Men, X of Swords. Stasis.
I checked out the cover for it next weekend. It's got a few. I guess those are the sword bearers.
Yeah, for
the other side,
Bro,
one of them's a big ass, either an alligator or a dinosaur. One or the other.
Nice.
Or crocodile.
Crocodile.
Bro, I don't know the difference. I think crocodiles are bigger, right? We'll go with crocodile.
I have no idea. But yeah, that was 10 of Swords.